Yeah, what's up, Matthew? Oh my god. Okay. Let's go resist energy. Yo, what's up, Comrade Lennon? Let's do this. Maybe another resist energy, I guess. Oh, wait. One spell takes up 2 slots. That's what it is. Okay. Maybe I don't do that. Maybe we just do another pit. Oh, okay. What is displacement? Use that. Okay. 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 Hey, Mom. All right. So what I want to do... Oh, there I am. I want to find a vendor. What I want to do. First off, let's loot all of this stuff before we get too far. Spear blades. I don't want to forget to loot all this stuff, you know? Chapel tent. Have I decided on my mythic path yet? I apparently don't have to decide right now. So no. What's up, Lucid? A group of soldiers is talking loudly, laughing joyfully, and passing around a flask. So picture this, my sword is by the fire. There are 2 goblins about to snatch it, and 3 more are digging through my tent. and I'm sat in the bushes wearing just my mail shirt, wondering what the blast to do. An old mercenary taught me about the mail shirt. You can't just sleep in armor, but it's not so bad in mail once you get used to it. Too bad no one told me not to go into the bushes without my sword. So what did you do? What did I do? I barked like crazy. Goblins are afraid of dogs, you know. So they all went wild and started running around. I spot my sword and they spot me. So I jump over the fire wearing nothing but my mail shirt. I grab my sword and I yell in a big voice, "Oh, Inheritor, grant me the power to crush these filthy animals." The sword is shining. The goblins are screaming. I jump to attack them and they fight back. But I fought them off somehow. But ever since then, I never take a step without my weapon. Haha, that's some story. Hey, stop gulping. Leave some for us. We only just set off and you're already drinking, and with the queen in the camp? Stop this at once. Right you are, Commander Terabade. We are drinking to the queen's health. Give me a sip too, to her majesty's health. Commander, are you sure this is the right way to train your soldiers? Never mind, it's your business. Oh my god. Grandma Gretlin, the director. Jesus Christ, what is this guy? Good afternoon, your commanderness. Do you remember us? We were the crew from the Next Door Theater Company that you saved in Canabras. Back when you weren't commanderness yet. As you can see, we've come up the campaign with you. We've signed up to clean pots in men soldiers' clothes. Keeping up a theater is expensive, so we all have to take side jobs. But we don't want to stop doing what we're doing. We're going to put on a play about your legendary feats. Of course, the crowd scenes are difficult. We can't find people to play the hordes of demons, and we've decided against using a ritual to summon real demons. Luckily, we have Master Kem. He's invented a way to solve that problem using sound. Kem the Sound Master. We caught a pig and some piglets who ran away from a burned-out village. We put the piglets in a box and scare them a little. The sound they make sounds like an approaching demon horde. Oh, Christ. Oh. But the most important question is, of course, choosing the lead actor who will play the Knight Commander. We had a right Barney time over it, breaking a number of lances as well as a shovel, a rolling pin, and a set of back scratchers. But we couldn't decide no matter what. Maybe you can help us. We have two candidates that are most suited for the role. One will have the honor of conveying your heroism upon the stage. Is this sweet half-elf a candidate for my role? Of course, Lily is most impressed with you and wants the role very, very much. Differences in appearance don't matter. She's a wonderful dancer, which would allow us to introduce elements of ballet into the play. A Cyclops actor? He's completely tame, believe me. He has a few issues with articulation, but a powerful physique. We'll make him a nice costume, wash him up, brush his hair. Truth be told, in our show, you'll mainly just make short, heroic exclamations at the faithful moment, like "Onward," or "We'll never give up," or "My heart burns with courage." Lambkin can definitely handle the script. Don't you have any actors who vaguely resemble me? We're a small and poorly funded theater, and we only have a few actors, but they're all so talented, one of a kind. I've chosen the best ones for the fit for your role. Trust my vision. I've had more than a few successful plays on that. Alright, I've made my decision. It will be the Cyclops. Wonderful. So we took you away from all the important things heroes and commanders do. We're off to rehearsal. I mean, first we'll wash some pots, then we're off to rehearsal. Let's go, you lazy lumps. Don't embarrass Grandma now. Alright. So that should be all the loot bags that it showed me. Alright. I'm wondering if this is a vendor? Let's save real quick. Jeez. You brought a lot of unnecessary items along with her. Okay. Half plate, heavy armor. AC 10. I don't even think you're AC 9. Half plate of vigor. +2 enhancement to your constitution. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. We'll give her that armor. Chapel tent, the field medic. I was hoping there'd be a vendor, but I don't think there is one. Kind of disappointing.
Move out! Head on! I lead, you follow.
Alright, so I guess there's nothing to do other than talk to the queen. The hell is the queen? Take a look at the page I got from the Grey Garrison. I see myself, young, energetic, able to see. Oh gods, I found a key in my past. Finally, I will find out what my own mind has been hiding from me. Thank you, Kang. Please, follow me to the story. Let us embark on this journey together. They are leaving. The people of Kyanan faced the coming Earthfall and admitted that they were incapable of handling the disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wise mages, and skilled healers, all of them hurry to the gate of Sovereign, looking around fearfully. A clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Galarian. I am ashamed. I am sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of catastrophe, but my will is strong. I am staying. My kinfolk are looking at me angrily. How dare I diminish their decision with my recklessness? My choice makes them cowards, traitors of their own home. One of them, my former mentor, looks at me bitterly. He hands me a neat notebook with a tree bark cover. In case you change your mind. With a heavy sigh, he returns to the line of those departing. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. I watched the gate of the Sovereign Stone close, separating them. It's time for me to go too. I open my master's notebook. These are his notes of traveling between worlds. In case you change your mind, he hopes the burden I shouldered voluntarily will be too much. I will lose heart and I will find my way to Sovereign. That will never happen. My mouth set stubbornly, I tear my master's notebook into pieces. I use my forced pride as a shield against my fear of what's to come. What is the Sovereign Stone? A magnificent crystal bent to an arch by a mighty hand of an ancient divine creator. Later, Mom. Thanks for stopping by. Our great gate to other worlds. It breathes power, it dreams of eternity. Why did the elves decide to flee, not fight? They are afraid to lose what they have. They were rulers, long-lived and powerful. They valued their lives and sunshine too much to enter the fight with the aftermath of Earthfall. Your mentor is a mage? Then you must be too. Yes, I am an archmage, and the title is well deserved. I have acquired delicate mastery and succeeded in many areas of magic, but curiosity has always pushed me towards the new knowledge since the first day of my apprenticeship. Why are you angry at your fellow elves? I spent many hundreds of years in Kaidan. I have always admired the way my kinfolk cared for the forest that was our home, but the rest of the world seemed to mean nothing to them. But I love Golarion, all its places, all its forms it manifests in. I traveled widely and then came home and told my kinfolk about my travels, but they weren't interested. They only cared about Kainan. Their lack of desire to hear about the wider world makes me sad and angry. What happened next? Earthfall happened at night. I'm standing at the top of my tower, many miles to the north of Kainan, and I see a blaze far in the south. I hear a horrendous rumble. The air is groaning, giving way to a huge rock rushing down on my world. And then a blow. Vibration that penetrates everything, reaching down into the bowels of Golarion and up into the vaults of the sky. Crunching bones, blood from burst vessels filling my eyes with darkness. Drowning in the timelessness along with the countless denizens of Golarion. Never before have we been so united in our feelings. When I come around, the darkness remains. My first terrible thought, I'm blind. But no, little by little I begin to see a stone wall. I'm alive, but why is it so dark? The answer is quick. The smell of ashes everywhere. The great burnt sacrifice filled the air with incinerated particles that was what was recently the continent of Aslant. The clouds of ash covered the sky, cutting us off from the sun and the moon, dooming us to dusk and day. To dusk at day and complete darkness at night. My heart sinks with fear. Treacherous thoughts fill my mind. Why did I stay? Why didn't I run like everyone else when I had the chance? I clench my teeth and stand up to watch Earthfall, proudly like the last Archmage of Kainan should. Will my world really perish like this? Will I perish? No, that will never happen. I'm still alive and I can fight Earthfall and the darkness, not run from it like in a blind panic like all my kinfolk, my cowardly teacher. But what can I do? I will not stop the disaster, and I will hardly be able to save empires from their destruction. What can I do? I am but one Archmage, powerful and weak at the same time. What was the tower you mentioned? It is my retreat to the north of Kainan, my home away from home, my observatory. From its top, I watched the stars, and when they were correctly aligned, the other worlds as well. Here in the northern wastelands, I've found the highest mountain and built a tower on top of it. On clear days, I could see the mists over the lake of mists and veils in the east. That's how high I was. What is Earthfall? Disaster of untold proportions. An unborn planet dropped on Golarion by blind fate or someone's evil will. A blow so strong that the continent of Aslant was destroyed within moments, turned to ashes, wiped off the face of Golarion. In this burnt sacrifice, clouds of ashes and dust are born, sealing out sun. Without the warmth of our star, the air cools, the sun is barren, dark creatures crawl out of their layers to rule. The most frightening thing, without the sun, all hope dies in the heart. This is the age of darkness. What are you going to do next? I don't know. I need to think. My opponent, Earthfall, is much more stronger than me. It is merciless. It does not simply destroy life. It kills an era, ending a greatness of Galarian civilizations. They will sink into oblivion, be forgotten as if they never existed. I need to think. Forgive me. I shouldn't have raised my voice. The story was much harder than many before it, most likely because I played a main role in it. It's so strange to see myself, feel the emotions tearing up inside of me. Those that I felt a long time ago and not remember them. It's like I split. I became both the storyteller and the main character. Too bad the story ended at that moment. Please, if you find other pages covered with ancient elven writing in your travels, bring them to me. I might be able to shed some light on my past, and we will find out how my story ended. Perhaps why I forgot it. Tell me about Earthfall. He just repeats the story. Have you decided to join the crusade? I have decided not to, I'm afraid. My path and the path of the crusade leads in the same direction, but alas, they are not yet one and the same. After the demons were driven away from Canabras, the path into the world wound became open, if only temporary. I'm planning on using this opportunity to visit. It doesn't matter now. I hate to bore you with the details of my venture, which may prove useless even for myself. However, I'll try to return to the Crusades and aid them in their confrontation with the demons after I'm done. I hope I meet you again in this world rather than the next. Alright, now let's save again.
Onwards!
Oh. I guess I should carry those with me in case I need them at some point. Queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air at which she announced the Fifth Crusade. The face of the ruler of Mendev appears calm and thoughtful.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds. I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomedae herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation. A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Soziel Danik. One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons! I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it!
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, would you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
When we met at Defender's Heart, I never imagined you'd make me the commander of the new crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the Crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
Did you know that the souls of angels from heaven were confined within the Wardstone?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual Celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first Wardstone in Kenobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomade easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. In any case, I am glad you did not allow the demons to commit sacrilege and gain control over the Wardstone in Kenobris. We might have lost one of the Wardstones, but the chain is still standing.
You should know I received an unusual gift in the caves beneath the Canabras. In a vision, I saw the death of an angel called Lario. Somehow, he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the world wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel. Even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on their special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again?
What are you going to do?
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
Does the Church of Iomedae really spend so much effort prolonging your life, Queen, just so that you can watch the battle from the rear? You're the living banner of the Crusades, and your duty's on the front lines.
Time since anyone tried to talk to me quite like that. Like an interrogator at a trial. I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev. But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen, and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito. Until we approach Dresden, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions?
I have some questions about the mission to retake Dresden.
Of course. I shall answer.
How did the demons manage to conquer Dresden?
That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, where raging hordes failed, a single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss.
Staunton Vane, I saw him at the Great Garrison. He defected to the demon's side.
Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
You should have exiled him, let him go wherever he wanted. That way he would have either changed his life for the better or realized he had no one to blame but himself.
Perhaps exile would have been a more merciful sentence than decades of service among those who despised him. I was hoping he might atone for his guilt with a heroic act, but he likely decided that atonement was impossible, and he might as well give himself over to evil.
It's been decades and no one has managed to retake the city? Why do you think we are any different?
We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris. We must attack swiftly before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
What about long-term goals? Do you know how to get rid of the world wound forever?
Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the world wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the world wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the world wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold. The very threshold of the Abyss.
What forces are at my disposal?
Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit. These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead. Wonderful. Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable. Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
What a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you hadn't given him the chance to serve the common cause.
I knew you would approve, Commander. I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post. But I trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Then let's get going. May Iyomade help us.
Tell me straight, how'd that brawl at the Grey Garrison end? I heard rumors, of course. That's kind of my job, you know, to listen. But you've no idea what cobblers and crusaders say about you. Some say that Iyomade came to you and appointed you her herald. Others say that you died, and an honest-to-God angel is now leading the army disguised as you. Still others say it was just an explosion in an alchemist's lab, and I'm the one spreading rumors about your powers. I wish. But you know, you really have changed since the garrison. It's hard to describe, but you've become kind of... more stable? Stronger? More dangerous. I have a gut instinct about these things. If I didn't, I'd already be dead. You're dangerous, Commander, and by Desna, I hope you would be dangerous to our enemies and not to us, or to yourself. Fine. Blacksmith. Okay. He should have something to sell. Yes, let's go. Okay. Okay, what is this? Two-handed axe that's not as good as any of my weapons. One-handed heavy pick, which kind of is crap. Nobody can use a falchion. That's not as good. Hers is 7 to 16 damage. Not as good. Okay. I think I might keep that one. Light armor studded. Is the stretched square over the overview of your map the visibility range? That is correct. To get rid of that hide armor. Natural attack. Rolls with unarmed damage. We can also sell the trash. Sell all the alcohol. Why is the rum gone? Sort by price and descending. You literally don't have anything good, do you? No, he doesn't. Welcome back, Lucid. Alright. Sold him all our trash. Ah, alright. Now we can actually save. And then Sidian said we need to do the Through the Ashes DLC before we continue much further. He said that was done from the main menu. Be new game. Through the Ashes. Inevitable excess. What any of that is. Okay, we're just going to ignore that. While the future Knight Commander is fighting their historic battle for the Wardstone and the whole world, the regular people of the burning streets of Canabras are doing their best to survive. In this additional campaign for low-level characters, you will see the war through the eyes of common city dwellers, proving that you don't need to be a mythic champion to be a hero. Lead a small group of townsfolk out of captivity to safe refuge. Who will you save? Who will you sacrifice? And what grim secrets of the world wound will have the main campaign's heroes missed? Auto level up, off. Additional enemy behavior, okay. I think that's what I did in the original game. Create a pre-generated character. As the Slayer advances, in addition to regular feats, they can choose unique abilities that make them stronger in battle and define their style of combat. I think I want to go with a Slayer and try that. I could always do custom and build a Slayer, right? Spawn Slayer. Stygian Slayer. I'm gonna go with an Executioner, Professional Killers. I like they'd let me look up to level 20, although I know they're not going anywhere near that high. Focused Killer. An Executioner studied target bonuses and the DCs of saving throws against his Slayer abilities, and increases 1 against humanoid opponents and decreases 1 against non-humanoid. I wonder if demons count. I would assume demons count as humanoid, right? I honestly don't know if demons count as humanoid. Maybe I'll go with Deliverer. Pizza delivery? Not quite pizza, but snacks. Snacks! An ASMR. Male ASMR. Go with that. Wisdom and charisma. What does a slayer require for their skills? Doesn't say, does it? Interesting. Intelligence, charisma, constitution and charisma, constitution and wisdom. I think I'll go with strength and charisma. Regional. What about, let's go back to regional. I want to see if I have shield proficiency. No. I can get buckler. I guess a leader, a noble leader. I can go longsword buckler, I guess. I kind of wanted an actual shield, but buckler's gonna have to do. Strength, dex, and constitution. I can only have one primary skill bonus. One physical skill bonus, I mean. Constitution, Charisma, Constitution, Wisdom, Dex, Charisma, Dex, Wisdom. Let's go Constitution, Wisdom. Yeah, athletics, mobility, and perception. Go with that. Let's go longsword. Choose your deity. Good, law, and protection. Travel. Go with Torag. A neutral good, I guess. Yeah, neutral good. No scars. Eye color. Hair color. Yep. Choose something bright so I can see it. Oh, that helps. Clothes colors. Purple.
We do it my way. So many thoughts. Strike as one. I shall not falter. Forwards!
A solid plan.
Spell's not working like...
This will hurt.
Ah, entertainment.
I can find better.
I will guide. I'll need to review this spell later.
Our time has come. I have no need for this. Defeat is not an option.
Let's see. What's his name, chat? Module. Gorp? No, his name is not Gorp. Shuck. Oh my god. You two are not helping. Chud. We are helping? Sure. Swear to God, if I'm waiting for Lucid to type something out, and I'm gonna be like, no! You're banned! Brown wiener. Are you guys okay? What are you guys doing? Yes, a real name, please. Belton is good. Bahadur. Bahadur. Try to sneak that by me, Matthew. Belton.
Together we stand.
I hate you, Lucid.